Hey Mia, how's the lemonade stand going? Oh, wow, I'm glad to hear that it's going so well. Yeah, that is a lot of lemonade sold. People must really love your lemonade. You're absolutely right. That cost benefit analysis on the different recipes was a great idea. Oh, you're thinking about expanding your operations? That's a big step. Sure, we can definitely help you make some of those decisions. Why don't you give us some time to look at what's going on and we can get back with some advice? So, the lemonade recipe that we recommended to Mia has been working out really well. Sales are going great and customers are really happy with the product. In fact, things have been going so well for Mia, she's thinking about expanding her operations. In today's lesson, we're going to use concepts that we've discussed in Unit 2 to answer the following questions. How does the profit motive help Mia maintain her lemonade stand? Why would Mia use marginal analysis to justify decisions in the lemonade stand? How can Mia use economic concepts like advantage and specialization to make decisions about her lemonade stand? You should also start to consider the following big picture question. How does the quest for profit drive decisions by producers in a market economy? Back in our last lemonade stand activity, we talked about how Mia decided to open the lemonade stand for a variety of reasons, like meeting new people. But her number one reason was to make money over the summer. As an entrepreneur, Mia took a risk to start a business in the hopes of turning a profit. Throughout her time selling lemonade, Mia has been trying to maximize revenue while keeping costs down. Mia has a few options to maximize revenue. She could raise the price she sells her lemonade for, but if we're being honest, she isn't considering that right now. And we're going to look at issues around pricing in our next unit. But Mia has definitely tried to find effective ways to attract new customers. She's created social media pages for her lemonade stand to get the word out. She's also put some of her revenue back into the lemonade stand to make sure it stands out more. Mia's even studied traffic patterns to make sure she is setting up in a spot where more people are going to pass by. And increasing sales has been important to Mia as well. She's doing research to figure out what the best times to sell lemonade are. She's also tried to find events where she can set up her stand and sell lemonade. Just the other day, there was a big swim meet at the local pool. Setting up at the meet allowed Mia to sell a lot of lemonade in a pretty short amount of time. And while Mia has put a lot of effort into increasing her revenue, she's also kept up with controlling costs by keeping track of the price of ingredients, finding more efficient ways to produce and sell lemonade, and minimizing waste. Okay, let's take a moment to answer a question. How does the profit motive help Mia make decisions about how to maintain the lemonade stand? I was also talking to Mia just the other day about a situation she encountered and a decision she had to make. One afternoon, her sales had started strong, but by the end of the day, they had slowed down. Mia was just about to pack up and head home for the day when 3 people came up wanting to buy lemonade. The only problem, Mia only had 2 glasses of lemonade left to sell. So, Mia was faced with a choice. Should she make another batch of 50 cups of lemonade so that everybody could have a full serving? Normally, Mia would have made that lemonade and used it the next day. However, it was supposed to rain the next few days, so she wouldn't be able to use that batch of lemonade. Mia decided to do a quick marginal analysis, looking at the revenue she would gain by making another batch of lemonade versus the costs associated with it. In order for her to increase her revenue slightly, she would have had to incur the costs of making an entire batch of lemonade. For Mia, the cost of making that batch outweighed the revenue it would have brought in. Instead of making an entire batch of lemonade, Mia agreed to sell the 3 customers a smaller glass of lemonade at a reduced price. Let's take a second to think about that for a minute. Why did the marginal analysis lead to Mia selling smaller glasses for a lower price rather than making a new batch of lemonade? Make sure to include marginal cost and revenue in your explanation. So, back to Mia expanding her operations. She's gotten very good at being profitable in the lemonade business. Now she's thinking about selling cookies as a way to increase her revenue. But how should Mia go about supplying cookies for the lemonade stand? Should she buy pre-made cookies that she can then sell? There are pretty good options on the market if she decides to go that route. Or Mia can sell homemade cookies, but should she make her own cookies or find someone she can trade with? Take a few minutes to think about the following. How can Mia use concepts like specialization and advantage to make a decision about selling cookies? In today's PDF activity, you're going to help Mia come up with a plan that allows her to maximize her profits in the lemonade stand. But before I send you off on your mission to help Mia, let's take a moment to wrap up our second unit together. In this unit, we discussed some of the foundational concepts that connect economics and entrepreneurship, like the profit motive, specialization, advantage, and marginal analysis. As we move on throughout the course and discuss interactions between producers and consumers in a market economy, these concepts drive the decision-making process. Don't hesitate to come back to these lessons to review from time to time. When I see you in Unit 3, we're going to discuss those famous economics concepts, supply and demand. But until then, remember to keep investing in yourself one lesson at a time. I'll see you next time. Hey, hey.